My name is JTB. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm a local singer-songwriter, and I don't know. I feel like I should be asked a question. I don't know what else to say now. Now I'm stuck. Should I just sing? Okay, this first song I'm going to sing is called Raise a Glass, and it's about one of my friends who was at the good old Bullwinkles. And am I allowed to mention that on air?
Yeah.
Shout out Bullwinkles. Okay. She had an experience with her then ex-boyfriend, but now they got back together. And the last line of the song is probably my favorite line I've ever written. So once again, it's called Raise a Glass. Also, I practiced on the piano. I didn't practice on guitar. Sorry, I don't mean to make it like a comedy sketch, but I just it's cool. Okay, this song's called Raise a Glass. So, and if I screw up, that was just my cover your ass. Like if I screw up,
I'm sure you'll be great.
It's not my fault if I mess up. It's everyone else. No, I'm kidding. So this is where our story starts. I'm 5 shots in with a broken heart, and I can't seem to scrape myself off the floor. I see you there from across the bar, smiling in another's arms. Tonight I'll drown in all my sorrows till I can't think straight, 'cause all my friends, they have left me, now they're nowhere to be found. It appears as though tonight I will be on my own. All my regrets, they will haunt me. I'm falling deeper in doubt, and until the time comes someone carries me home. Let's raise a glass for you tonight. Here's to all the times that you let me down. Let's have a toast, keep our hands up high. Let's all raise a glass for you. Now I know that I can't be all you had planned. I guess I thought that you might come around. I hope someone's got my back, 'cause this drink is all I have. And tonight is the night we're going down, down, down. So let's raise a glass for you tonight. Here's to all the times that you let me down. Let's have a toast, keep our hands up high, and let's all raise a glass for you tonight, tonight. Let's raise a glass for you tonight. Let's raise a glass for you tonight, tonight, tonight. Let's all raise a glass for you, and keep your hands up high. I won't let you down. Oh, keep your hands up high, 'cause we're all alright. Keep your hands up high, 'cause we all fall down sometimes. So let's all raise a glass for you tonight. Let's raise a glass for you tonight. Here's to all the times that you let me down. Let's have a toast, keep our hands up high, and let's all raise a glass for you tonight, tonight. Let's raise a glass for you tonight, tonight, tonight. So let's all raise a glass for you. And now that the night has come to an end, I was carried home and made my amends, but at least I made it out. I made it out alive. And even though I've fallen down, I can hear the merry still go round. And I hope that you know that I wish you the best tonight. Thank you.
So what about the last line in that song makes it your favorite? Just to jump ahead really quick.
I hope that you know. Well, I steal the line before it from my Killers song, and I say, even though I've fallen down, I can hear the Marys still go round. And I just really liked that. And then I hope that you know that I wish you the best tonight. It was just because I'd been her best friend since 7th grade. And I still am. We still talk every day. And when her and her boyfriend broke up, I was the one who was like, hey, you're good. We've all been there. And her and I everyone thought I wrote that song about me and my ex-girlfriend, but I was like, no, it's about her and her ex-boyfriend. And then it was just like I always thought they were gonna get back together, and then that was just her saying, like, even though I've been through all this, I hope you know that I hope you're still okay. And it's kind of just really endearing to me.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks.
What's your overall songwriting process like? Do you think about it beforehand, or does it just kind of come out?
A lot of people say, like, oh, these songs do come in different ways, but for me, it's usually a title is how I start a song. And I'm like, if I don't have a chorus, I just don't have enough confidence to finish the song. But lately, I've been trying to just start with the music first. Because I have a friend named Nick Livingston, and my cousin's name is Jordan McVeigh. And this past weekend, we started writing for the first time. And we actually spent the entirety of this weekend, like 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. writing. And it was the most fun I've ever had. So we started with the music. And it's easier for Nick because he's a rapper, whereas I'm just a singer. And with rap, if you just have a good beat, then like you can flesh out the whole song. But for me, I usually start with a title, and then I kind of write a story around it.
Okay, so Nick, is that the Nicky Liv that you've collaborated with in the past?
Yeah, that's Nicky Liv. He's a very good rapper.
Have you collaborated with any other local artists?
No.
Oh.
I don't really. He's just he messaged me last January, and he was like, we should make an album together. And we went to different high schools, but we played soccer in preschool through 8th grade. And then we were always like friends, but then he just came over one day last April. And then since right when he walked in the door, I was like, hey. And then since then we've been best friends.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you guys initially wanted to write an album together. Are you working on that? Or are you still just releasing singles, or do you have anything you're working on right now specifically?
My plan is to release a single or a body of work every other week until people call it blowing up or getting big, whatever, until people start to care. Because right now, like, no one cares, you know, to be as frank as possible, no one cares, you know what I mean? I just release a song, I'm like, man, Mom, this is going to be the biggest song I ever released, gets like 100 plays, and I'm like, hey, you know what, like, on to the next one. But no, we're both just going to release singles, I think. That we might together release a collab project in December. We've been talking about that, and I think that'll happen. Don't quote me on that, but It's probably going to happen. You heard it here first.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Okay. This is my second song for today. For those of you just tuning in, this isn't live. I don't know why I said that. Unless you skipped to like 6 minutes into the video, you've been watching the whole time. This song's called The After Party, and I wrote it to switch. Like I had never written a song on just the piano, even though right now I'm playing it on the guitar. And everyone was like, dude, I love that song. Like, it's so different, blah, blah, blah. And I went on iTunes today, and it was like my most popular song. And I was like, oh God, I don't even like this song that much. Like, why do people love this song? So, I mean, you guys will probably hate it, but it's fun. This song's called The After Party. There was a party downtown last night. I saw you there like the very first time. We fell in love dancing underneath those neon lights. Oh, how I hope you know. Gave you a drink, then whispered in your ear that we should run away and disappear. You took my hand, and then I knew that we were in the clear. Oh, how I hope you know. Last night we set the city on fire. Last night we burned it brighter than the sun. But now, last night we took it down to the wire. We fell in love until it all came crashing down. Hopped in a taxi where we gave our vows. We had our honeymoon out on the town. Kept singing Elvis till the hotel kicked us out. Oh, how I hope you know. Last night We set this city on fire last night. We burned it brighter than the sun. But now, last night we took it down to the wire. We fell in love until it all came crashing down, 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 until it all came crashing down. Whoa, 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 until it all came crashing down. There was a party downtown last night. I saw you there like the very first time. You look so beautiful underneath those neon lights. And now I think you know, last night we set the city on fire. Last night we burned it brighter than the sun. But now, last night we took it down to the wire. We fell in love until it all came crashing down, down, until it all came crashing down. Oh, 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 yes, I will love you when you're crashing down. Thank you.
Okay, so before you started that song, you said people were telling you it sounded so different. How would you classify your personal brand of music?
I guess everyone, like, nowadays a lot of artists try, and for good reason, to, like, if you look at Ed Sheeran's new album, like, a lot of, like, Shape of You sounds completely different than anything he'd ever done, you know, whether that was intentional or not. But you're not just going to brand him off of that one song, you know what I mean? Because before that, his biggest hit before that was Thinking Out Loud, which is completely different. And before that, it was the A-Team, you know? So, and same goes for, like, all artists. Like, you wouldn't classify Bruno Mars off of Just the Way You Are, or off of just, like, 24 Karat Magic, you know? I think it's all just, as an artist, you learn where, you kind of bloom where you're planted. And you can be a really good songwriter, but to be an artist is something completely different. And I think it's important to just be yourself.
And so you mentioned Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars. Are they your musical inspirations, or do you have other ones?
I like them a lot. Like, I think my biggest inspirations, like Kanye, I just love Kanye. A lot of people hate Kanye, but, you know, the people who hate Kanye, it's like the people who love and hate Kanye and Drake, they have one thing in common, and that's that they listen to Kanye and Drake. Does that make any sense? Like, people, like, back in the day, everyone would just make fun of Kanye for anything. And now, like, everyone loves Kanye and Drake. And I really respect them as artists and stuff. But then there's a new rapper called Russ, and I'm just going to make a little prediction. You like Russ? Do you like Russ? Yeah, people are hating on Russ right now, and that's the thing to do. And on his new song, he says, people hating on me, that's a trend. Okay, but watch, in like 3 years, Russ is going to be the biggest rapper in the world, and everyone's going to go back to this Lantern interview and be like, dude, like, JTB called that, man. We're going to be like, yeah, because that's just how it goes. So Kanye, sorry, that was really off topic. Kanye, Justin Timberlake, I love Justin Timberlake. His new song's awesome. It's filthy. And then there's a 50s doo-wop band called the Flamingos. I don't think you guys have you heard of them? Really? Oh, they're good, man. They kick some serious ass. Like, there's a song, I Only Have Eyes for You. That was Bruno's inspiration for, have you heard Nothing on You? Beautiful girls. Yeah, great song, right? Inspired by the Flamingos, but no one knows that.
So you were talking a lot about hate. Do you embrace hate? Like, have you ever experienced hate?
I don't get hate. I don't get love. I get nothing. All I get is my mom saying, do your homework. Like,
I feel like you have somewhat of a fan base, though.
Yeah, like, people if I posted that song called The After Party, and one of my friends texted me and was like, oh, that was like such, like, that made me cry, and that meant a lot to me, because I was like, wow, like, I didn't, cool, thanks. That means a lot. But no, I don't really get hate. I would like to get hate, actually, you know. I don't think I'm good enough. Like, you have to be good. Like, you have to be really good for people to hate you. Okay, no, you can be really bad and people still hate you. But for people to, like, publicly throw shade at you, You have to be doing something that's kind of polarizing. And I'm not, like, as an artist, I'm not there yet.
So JTB, I'm very curious. What made you decide to use a stage name instead of your full name?
My whole life, people have just called me John Britt. And then I just never, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just I was like, it needs to be something else. Because I kind of thought, like, The Weeknd or, like, Bruno Mars. Really, my original thought was, like, Batman. Like, in one of the Batman movies, he's like, you need to be more than a man. And I was like, I need to be more than just John Britt. So I was like, JTB. And those are my initials. My middle name's Thomas.
So you wanted to make a differentiation between yourself and then yourself as a performer.
You could not have phrased that any better. Because there's me, like, there's John Britt, who likes to eat Chipotle and work out. And there's this one video game called Sly Cooper, and it's for, like, 5-year-olds. It's the only video game I play. That's, like, John Britt. And even me, I think John Britt's the one who writes the songs. But then JTB is the one who, like, writes the music, and then...
He's your alter ego.
Yeah, really. Right now, I'm John Britt, though. I'm not JTB, I don't think.
Okay.
You know? Like, I feel like it's a good, not a defense mechanism, but it's kind of a good, like, shield to put up so I can be, like, pompous. Like, on Twitter. If I ever, like, go crazy on Twitter, even though no one reads my Twitter because I have, like, I have, like, 600 followers, like, but not really. Then I can be like, that's JTB, you know what I mean? That's not me.
Yeah.
Maybe I should see, like, a psychologist for this or something, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's common for people to use stage names. You're good. I think you're fine.
Funny enough, Nick Livingston, back to Nicky Liv. I feel like I'm going to talk about him more in this interview than I'm going to talk about myself. But Nicky Liv, he said, the first song I ever released was called Face to Face, and then I released a bunch of shit songs. And then I released a song called System Overload, which is what I'm about to sing. And he told me last April, when our friendship resurrected, or whatever you want to call it, he was like, man, I liked Face to Face, and your other songs were okay. But when I listened to System Overload, I was like, man, you're the real deal. It's like, thanks, Nick, that means a lot. But he only liked this one part, really, where, like, one of my vocals fades out and the other one fades in simultaneously, which is, like, the easiest. Like, any of you could do that right now with this audio file. Like, it's really easy. He was like, dude, that was just the coolest thing ever, man. Like, I was like, JTB's a real deal. And I was like, whatever, like, thanks. All right, so this song is called System Overload. I don't really have any fun facts. I wrote it in a church, not in church. I went to grade school at St. Brendan's, and they gave me a key because they had a really nice piano. And I went in there, and one night, this song it was inspired by a line in Love Lockdown where Kanye sings System Overload, and it has a bunch of vocals on it. It has a bunch of effects on it. If anyone's listened to 808s and Heartbreak, it's a great album. This song's called System Overload. Oh, you know you got me in that. Oh, you've got me hanging from your rope. You know you've got me by the throat, and I'm praying to be suffocated. Destiny closed my eager eyes. Now I'm losing signs of life, but I don't wanna be resuscitated from you, baby. Keep your hands to yourself. Think I'm losing all control. Gave you the world that you let go. You know that I'm not bulletproof. You went, you let my body burn, but now how the tables turned, I cannot tell you I refuse. Don't tell me that you're sorry. I miss your touch much more than your body. Oh, late nights when you call me, tell me that you love me, that you need me, that you never meant to let me go. But now it's midnight and you're crying. Tell me that you're sorry, but I'm sorry. If you love me, won't you let it show? I know I took it far too fast. Can we put that in the past? Have I run out of second chances? Oh, we both know I made mistakes. I'm not trying to save my face. All I want is another dance with you, baby. Won't you dance with me? Dance, darling, dance. I sip, oh I sip. Don't tell me that you're sorry. I miss your brain much more than your body. Oh, late nights when you call me, tell me that you love me, that you need me, that you never meant to let me go. Oh, midnight when you're crying, tell me that you're sorry, but I'm sorry. If you love me, won't you let it show? System overload, system overload, system overload, system overload. But stop now, what do you mean that this is over now? I lost myself somewhere far along this road. I'll take a bow, but you know I never had a doubt. I guess you've got me in that. What's in those late nights when you call me? Tell me that you love me, that you need me, that you never meant to let me go. Oh, midnight when you're crying, tell me that you're sorry, but I'm sorry. If you love me, won't you let it show? System overload, system overload, system overload. Thank you.
So just backtracking a bit, how long would you say you've been writing songs? Not even just like professionally to like make music, but like just for yourself.
Like just like
in general, how long have you been doing this?
Well, my cousin, the one who comes over to my house, he showed me 21 Pilots when I was in 7th grade, I think. And I was like, those are like the coolest guys I've ever seen, la la la. And then so then I kind of just started like rewriting 21 Pilot songs, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like they weren't my songs, but they weren't their songs. It's kind of like, I'm going to rewrite one of your songs that people kind of know and just call it my own. But then, so that was when I was like 12 or 13. And then it's kind of just morphed its way into me being like, I'm just going to write my own songs. And now I don't like, it's not that I don't like them anymore. It's just I don't like draw inspiration from them as much.
So how long then, or when did you start like seriously thinking about wanting to do this like for real rather than just like writing songs in your bedroom?
Well, as a kid, I would watch NSYNC videos on like a VHS or a VHS tape. I'd be like, man, I'd dance to it. And I'd be like, Justin Timberlake's the coolest fucking person I've ever seen. And when I was in preschool, I would bring in CDs like Justified. That was like the greatest. Or Future Sex Love Sounds. When Justin Timberlake dropped Sexy Back, that rocked my like first grade world, man. It was nuts. But I'd bring in CDs in preschool and I'd dance and I'd sing in front of my preschoolers. And then my teachers were like, who the hell is this kid? But then, of course, you're like 3 years old. So what else do you know to do other than what you really like? So that's what I would put on performances for my mom and aunt. Yeah, by Usher was a really popular one. So I always kind of knew I really liked it. I didn't just like it. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? But now, since I was a little kid, I knew I always wanted to. But then I was into math. So I was like, maybe I should be like an engineer. And then it's like, fuck math. I just want to make some tunes. So that's what I do now.
Nice.
Yeah, the transition, I guess, would have been, I guess when I saw 21 Pilots, because 21 Pilots showed me that, like, you're never born with, like, you have to put in, like, I'm going to go home and practice and write more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that way the next interview I have, I do even better. And then the next show I have is even better. Like, they showed me that, like, anyone can do it, you know?
Even someone from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, even some loser. Not that I'm the loser, not them. Well, yeah, just me. Thank you for watching. My name is JTB. You can find me on the internet. So it's at John Britt, JohnBritt.